President Trump celebrates the 6-month anniversary of his Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. He touts economic growth and low unemployment as the results of the legislation, but Catholic bishops remain concerned the law will have a negative impact on the poor. White House correspondent Mark Irons reports. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Wyatt. Bishops say government programs serving low-income people will be cut as a result of the tax law, and that will hurt those most in need. At the same time, President Trump is citing the nation's great economic numbers as a win for families.
We're bringing back our pride, we're bringing back our jobs, we're bringing back our wealth.
President Trump says he really is making America great again. For example, he announced the unemployment rate for women is near an all-time low.
Our country finally has a tax system that is pro-jobs, pro-worker, pro-family, and pro-American.
The White House says the overall unemployment rate has fallen to 3.8%, the lowest level in nearly 50 years. Job openings also reached a record high of 6.7 million in April. That means there are more job openings than job seekers for the first time on record.
What we know right now is that the economy is humming along.
Shaya Akabus, Director of Economic Policy at the Bipartisan Policy Center, recognizes the growth, but says the U.S. is in the 9th year of an economic recovery that started under the Obama administration and has continued under Trump.
Pinpointing how much of the strong growth we see right now is from the tax cut is very difficult. So it's a story that's starting to unfold, but it's going to continue to unfold for months and years to come.
And what about the U.S. bishop's concern for the poor? Akabus says an increase in federal spending combined with lowering taxes means the government may have to cut spending to programs that help low-income Americans.
Where these cuts will come from and how these tax cuts that we saw last year will be paid for is an open question that could really come back and have these adverse impacts on the populations that the bishops are talking about.
The Conference of Catholic Bishops said changes to the tax law could cut charitable giving by $13 billion a year. The expert I spoke with says they may be right. Since the tax code raised the standard deduction, fewer people need to itemize their taxes, and that takes away an incentive to give to charities. Wyatt?
A lot of things to think about when it comes to this story. White House correspondent Mark Irons reporting. Thanks, Mark.